this is a different kind of an item number, they're not talking about skirts and boobs and nose and lips and hips. We're not talking about girls anymore.
So if everybody's getting offended, that means people who are getting offended have that in them, maybe. That's why otherwise they won't get offended, right?
And then I started singing, and then they said, no, we don't want the voice. So it was really funny.
Even Allu Arjun, when he was on all the press meets, he was saying Devi hasn't done just 5 songs, he did 25 songs for this film. But really that much of work went into it.
I don't even know why I asked for a single and not a movie song.
Okay, it was always my dream to work with Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir.
Yeah.
I think but unfortunately he's composing his own music.
So hello everyone and welcome to Pinkhola. Today I have the gorgeous Kanika Kapoor and Devi Sri Prasad aka DSP with me today talking about their massive hit Bolega Oh Yeah. So guys, I want to start off by asking you all that it's an item number, but at the same time the lyrics are contradictory and it's something different. What's your take on that?
I think it's fun because all these years we've been talking about a lot of things about girls and their looks and their hips and lips and shapes and all that. I mean, all that was okay in songs, and I don't think there's a big anything that should not be done or something. So see, anything that is done very new is always you always have some backlash for that, always. So it will be accepted. But people know that it's good. Otherwise, song wouldn't have become such a big chartbuster in the first place. So I think it's okay.
And what about you, Kanika? When you heard the lyrics, I'm sure you did not see this coming. Maybe item number hai, but aise lyrics hai. What was your thought like?
Actually, he's right. When I was reading and learning the lyrics, I was like. This is a different kind of an item number, they're not talking about skirts and boobs and nose and lips and hips. We're not talking about girls anymore. We are actually talking about men. And I don't think anyone's attacking anyone in the song. It's just, the song is on a situation. It goes with the movie and the concept of the movie. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But why not? I mean, I know it's a little harsh. I thought about it, and I have had people say that to me. Actually, 1 or 2 men have said to me, "Oh, we don't like it." They've been blunt, and they said, "Please don't take it. Don't take us wrong, but we just don't like it." And but the rest of the world has loved it and really loved the fact, the way the beat is, the composition is, the way it's sung. They've liked everything about the song.
In here, we haven't tried to offend anyone or something like that. It is like a statement, and it's not even a general statement. Like, see, then we have got songs where people sing about love failure when the guy says, "Oh, you girls are all like this. You first show love, and then you just ditch us. All men's life is like this." Then all the girls should put a case on that song, right? It was never general. It's like, but even girls enjoyed such songs. Even boys enjoyed such songs because it's just a situation. It's just. It is just saying that such a thing is existing in this world. So if everybody's getting offended, that means people who are getting offended have that in them, maybe. That's why otherwise they won't get offended, right?
My question to you, Kanika, is, Gana chahe kaun si bhi language mein ho, one thing that, it's sung in so many different languages. What's been constant is the mood of this song. There's a sense of sensuality that stays constant no matter who sung it. What was the brief to you, and how did you catch the right mood of the song while doing it?
Well, the brief to me was that don't use your voice.
Okay.
And then I started singing, and then they said, no, we don't want the voice. So it was really funny because I was a bit confused. So it was more, to be honest, it was more breath and more, just a little bit of huskiness and a lot of expression and clarity of words on the tempo. It was not like, "Oh baby, darling," it was not that. It was like, "Ooh, bolega, ooh, bolega, sala." Like, it was literally a singing from somewhere. I don't know how it, came out. So it was a very challenging song. But I actually learned the song on the basis of listening to the Telugu version.
For DSP, sir, you said that you're very acquainted with Tamil, Telugu, and Hindi, but there were other two languages as well. Did you feel a sense of pressure to kind of, make your mark in languages that you're not very well acquainted with, besides the ones that you already knew?
Yeah, it was a challenge for Malayalam and Kannada because I didn't know the languages. Because knowing the language really helps in deciding or judging if, okay, this lyric is going to work or this is not going to work.
Right.
So that's why now these songs have really worked with all the people, because whenever I make my song into another language, I sit with the lyricists and then I never ask them to translate the same thing into another language. I said, just take the flavor of this and do your own thing and write something that will be apt to that respective language. But Kannada and Malayalam, I had to have translators, and I had some singers who were helping me who knew both the languages. But still, but it took a little more efforts for me to not to lose the original flavor from those versions.
And Kanika, for you sung for the who's who of Bollywood, be it Deepika, Sunny Leone, who name them. But in the South industry, singing for a song that features Samantha and Allu Arjun, what was your experience like? And what was your reaction the first time you knew you were on board and these two massive mega stars are going to be featuring in it?
I didn't know properly about what I was basically going to sing, because I think it was a very busy week of shows every day, and I just knew that I was going to go and sing for DSP sir, and for me that was big enough. And and then I think it was later that we got to know the actor, the actress, and I mean, as much as I do know about South Indian films, I'm still new to it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know the scale of this whole project actually until much later. And but I mean, it doesn't matter to me when I'm doing a song. I really want to make sure that I've done a good job, because you never know in a song what happens. It can go places.
And I was going through the comments, and I came across this one comment that said somewhere between Ante Amlapuram to this song, we all have grown up. We've seen so many of your massive songs have a Hindi remake, Siti Ma, Daddy Mummy. What do you think now that the Hindi industry and the South industry is, mixing up and it's now becoming more pan-India? What is your take on the mixture of the two, and how do you see this process happening?
So now if the movies are themselves becoming pan-India, it's all the more good. So whatever work we do, it's going to reach more people. Then of course the work involved also is going to be really, really big, because so much work, because we need to then sit and do this exercise for every film. Because even Allu Arjun, when he was on all the press meets, he was saying Devi hasn't done just 5 songs, he did 25 songs for this film. But really that much of work went into it. Each song, apart from composing and recording the orchestration, recording the vocals alone took me like 1 to 1.5 months for each song. Then imagine how much time I would have spent on this. Then sitting on the lyrics and getting it fine-tuned, and then checking the lip sync and all that. So this song, Uvantava, when we recorded, it was not even shot by then. We recorded even before it was shot. And later on only we came to know that Samantha was doing it. So even before that, we had to imagine and then match everything to the same mood. So it's not an easy job. In this case, even when I was making the original also, people thought, even director, actor or producer, everyone thought, okay, the other versions are going to be like dubbed versions, like they're going to sing in. But I never leave it like that. Even when I did my bilingual films like Singham and all that, the original with Surya, we did Singham, right? Original was from Tamil actually. So we did Tamil and Telugu. So I sat with both the lyricists simultaneously and got the lyrics written and I got them recorded. That's why the audios were blockbusters equally in both the languages and even the movies. So whenever I did any bilingual, trilingual like that, I always did like that. So now, since it's 5 languages, the work was comparatively little more.
And Kanika, you said that you're fairly new to the South. How was your experience actually working with DSP sir and just indulging in that world?
I mean, I literally was called. I went. I sang for 10, 12 hours, and I went back home, and it really felt like it was very easy. Like I said this before, that sometimes when you're singing with someone so senior and important for a big song, and it's a new song, it takes time to settle in with the person, to be able to take instructions from them how to sing, and really to be able to let go of yourself and sing.
Right.
But in this case, I just felt like I went home and I just had lunch and then I left. It was very easy. So
like effortless.
And it was very effortless. It was really lovely. I don't know. I think I told him, I said, I never say that generally, but I told him at least 5 times that day that I'm coming back and I want to work with you. And I don't even know, like, it's just weird.
The world has loved the collaboration, so we hope to see some more of this happening in the future as well. My last question to both of you is, DSP sir, if you want to collaborate with a filmmaker in the future from the Hindi cinema, I would want to ask who would it be and why?
Okay, it was always my dream to work with Mr. Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir.
Yeah.
I think but unfortunately he's composing his own music. But he's fantastic at that too. But I was always okay. Actually, long time back, one of his films in his production, I was supposed to work. They came to my studio, they spoke about it and all that. But then, due to some date shift and all that, we couldn't work. But I'm a huge fan of Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir, because his framing, his visuals are unbelievable, and he's so musical, and he himself is a choreographer. So I totally understand how he gets that perfection on screen. So music composers get so excited when they see their songs shot so beautifully and so perfectly. And his after watching his films, I always say one compliment for him. See, every 1 second has 24 frames, right, in a movie. 1 second of footage has 24 frames, right? So I say every frame of his film can be like printed, framed, and kept in our house. It's so beautiful. And I don't know how he does that. His perfection of colors, his perfection of costumes, the perfection of the angles, camera angles, and the edit, the musical edit. I think it's some other level. So I just love him too much. If I can't work with him, at least I want to meet him once. Once I was supposed to meet him, I missed it. At least as a fanboy, I want to meet him.
We hope he watches this interview and the message goes out. I'm sure some fan will text him after this.
Hope so.
Yeah. And for Kanika, what about you? Who from the South would you want to sing for? Any actor, any actress, or any filmmaker you probably want to work with?
You know, I haven't thought about that yet, but I definitely know that I'm going to have not just film music, but I don't know why it hit my head when I went to see Sir for the first time. I said, I want to do a single with you, you know.
Yeah.
and I don't even know why I asked for a single and not a movie song. I mean, I can ask for so many movie songs he's doing, but I think one step at a time. But
yeah,
I mean, there's no one really that I'm thinking that, I should sing for. Or I just think that whatever comes to me with grace, I would do the best I can. But definitely going back to Chennai soon.
Yes, that's for sure.
I've invited myself 100 times now.
We're also inviting you, Kanika, of course.
That's amazing. And we hope to see some more collaborations happening in the future. Can't wait for
Definitely.
you guys to...
And since you mentioned, I also would like to mention that even I am coming out with some singles in Hindi as well. It was my dream for a very long time. So, but I definitely would want all of you to give me the same kind of love and support when I come out with my singles as well.
Yeah.
So hope you like it.
Absolutely, and it's great to see the amalgamation of Hindi and South, and now actually calling it Pan India, and that's the future. Now we're going to see more of it. So thank you so much, guys, for joining in, and we'll meet super soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aina.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
okay, sir.
Kanika.
Thank you.